Jeffrey Dahmer. The name sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. A name synonymous with horror, depravity, and unspeakable acts of violence. But who was the man behind the monster? What led Jeffrey Dahmer down the dark path that would ultimately define his legacy? Born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer seemed like a normal child growing up. He was described as a shy, reserved boy, often overshadowed by his more outgoing younger brother. But beneath the surface there were signs of trouble. Dahmer showed an early fascination with dead animals, collecting their bones and dissecting them in his backyard. It was a disturbing hobby that would foreshadow the darkness that lay within him. As he entered adolescence, Dahmer's inner demons began to surface. He struggled with social interactions and found solace in alcohol, turning to the bottle to numb the feelings of loneliness and alienation that plagued him. His parents' divorce only added to his sense of isolation, leaving him adrift in a sea of confusion and self-loathing. But it was in his late teens that Dahmer's descent into madness truly began. His first known victim, Stephen Hicks, was picked up hitchhiking on a lonely road in Ohio. Dahmer lured him back to his parents' home where he bludgeoned Hicks to death with a dumbbell. It was the beginning of a reign of terror that would span over a decade and claim the lives of 17 young men. Dahmer's modus operandi was chillingly methodical. He would lure his victims to his apartment with promises of money or alcohol only to drug them and subject them to unspeakable acts of violence and degradation. He would then dismember their bodies, keeping some part as trophies and disposing of the rest in gruesome ways. But amidst the horror and bloodshed there were moments of lucidity in Dahmer's life. He was arrested in 1989 for sexually assaulting a 13-year-old boy, but was released after serving just a year in prison. It was a missed opportunity to stop a killer in his tracks, a failure of the justice system that would have deadly consequences. In 1991, Dahmer was finally apprehended after one of his intended victims managed to escape and alert the police. The full extent of his crimes was laid bare for the world to see, sending shockwaves through society and forever staining his name with infamy. Jeffrey Dahmer was a man consumed by his inner demons, a twisted soul driven by dark impulses that he could not control. His life was a tapestry of horror and tragedy, a cautionary tale of the darkness that lurks within us all. And as we grapple with the legacy of his crimes, we are left to wonder what could have been done to prevent the monster that Jeffrey Dahmer became.